Susda YouTube, welcome back to Cambodia. I'm currently here in Phnom Sampao, located on the outskirts of Battambang, and right behind me is a house that I built about a year ago. And in today's video, we're doing a little update, kind of give you guys an idea of where the house is at now, how much upkeep I've had to do in the past year, and all the little knickknacks with building a new house after the fact. If you haven't seen my previous video, I went over the entire build process from start to finish. You can follow the link if you haven't seen that yet. But to just give you guys a quick overview, the house cost me about was right around 30,000 all in, but I added about another 10,000 worth of extras. I would say that it was not a bad price for what I got. Anyway, let's jump right into it. I'll give you guys kind of a overview of everything that I've had to fix within the past year first and foremost. So for the most part, everything has held up really well. Even the exterior of the house, the painting hasn't, or the wood stain hasn't really deteriorated too much. That's one of the things that I expect that I'll have to redo probably in the next year or two. The biggest deterioration happens here at the front steps because one, it gets full sun for a large part of the day, afternoon, and then also we're walking up and down these steps all the time, and there's a random beer can here. But you can see, like, this is going really fast. This will probably have to be repainted. As a matter of fact, we're not sure if we're going to keep these steps. I might actually might build a whole other section up front here. We're just thinking about doing something like that where it's like a whole nother platform in the front, but we'll see. The only other major repairs that we had to do are just a couple leaks in the roof. The way the roof is built, it's two roofs basically, and the water was draining down into the center, and then it wasn't draining properly out the house, and it was causing some leaks that we had the builder come out and fix. That was one of the first things we had a problem with. Another thing we had a problem with was some leaking in the bathroom, actually from the bathroom down here, which we also sealed up and fixed, and now it's all good. I think I explained most of the general problems with the construction in the first video. Includes like some cracks in between the wood slats on the house itself, which is just very minimal. It doesn't leak during wet weather, and we don't have a problem with like bugs or anything getting in through those little cracks. But it is very inefficient for cooling. So when we're running air conditioners, it does get cool, but it's using more energy than should be. We could definitely fix that if I decide to later on by like caulking it outside and then repainting it. So that might be a project for later on, but for now it works out. In general, I like to sort of describe staying here as like staying in a like a log cabin. Not really, I wouldn't say it's like a permanent place to live. Like if you want to make this like your actual house, it's more of a place you stay, for a week, maybe 2 weeks at a time. I guess it's not as comfortable as staying in like a cement or brick house, just because the way the house breathes, especially if you're used to like air conditioning. For the most part, everybody that stayed here said it's very comfortable staying here. I've been here for the past on this leg for, I think I've been here for almost 2 weeks now, and it's been great so far. I've slept really well, even though the walls are quite thin, so you can kind of hear everything that's happening around you, which is good and bad. So other than those few things, there really wasn't a whole lot of maintenance with the house, but there are a lot of things that I think we need to improve upon, and I'll show you guys that right now. The first thing is how low this railing is. It's really low. It should be at least probably up to another foot or so. So I think that's the first thing on the agenda, is to try and build some sort of railing, like a bar or something here, so you just don't feel like you're gonna fall right over. The other thing that isn't like a big thing is the bathroom itself. The bathrooms are kind of I don't know, I'm not really happy with how the bathrooms were constructed, and that's I mean, it worked for now, but maybe in a year or two, I might decide to do something different with here. I don't know. It's just not as comfortable as I'd like it to be. Oh, we did add hot water. I forgot about that. We added hot water, and yeah, it's just that I think like the way this is like designed, I want the shower to be against the back wall there instead of over here. And then I need to figure out a way to drain the water better here. It seems like the water doesn't drain as well here. And then the big thing is every once in a while, I forgot to mention this, every once in a while the water in Principal gets shut off. It always seems to happen at the most inopportune time, like when you really need to go to the bathroom. And while I do have a water tank to serve as backup, it doesn't build enough pressure to supply this top part, these bathrooms up top. It's fine if you're using the bathroom downstairs and all the water down there because the water tank's up higher, but getting water pressure up here is kind of a pain. So I want to try and fix that or remedy it somehow. I just don't really know how. If you guys know any good plumbers in Cambodia, I would love to speak with them because there's a couple things I'd like to do to make the plumbing situation here better. Other things I'd like to do is maybe add some way to like curtains almost here. Like I want maybe like some bamboo type curtains that you can roll down for when it's like 1, 2, 3 o'clock and the sun is over on this side. And the sun just comes in like this and it gets extremely hot here. So having some sort of like sunshade on this level and the ground level would be ideal. As a matter of fact, let's go down real quick. Okay, so all, as you can see, it's all open down here, and this is really nice because it just feels like a really open, entertaining space. But when it rains, especially when it's windy, man, this whole place is basically unusable because of how high this sits off the ground. The rain just comes right in. So I think I mentioned this in the build video, is I like to put some type of awnings or curtain system here as well to sort of help protect it from the rain. I just don't know exactly what. That's probably going to be a pretty expensive endeavor, so I want to make sure I do it right the first time. But maybe like an automated awning system that comes out like this and protects some of this area from when it rains and also from the sun, or some sort of curtain type system where we can just roll it down. Next up is my sand feature, which is kind of a mess right now. I sort of wasn't sure what I wanted to do with this in the first place, so I didn't do anything permanent. I just told my uncle to build like a box around it to keep the sand in. But I would definitely like to make this permanent. Like this here is just temporary wood that we put up. But maybe either cement or like bigger wooden blocks to kind of block this in, and then add a little bit more or a lot more sand to bring it up, and clean it up a little bit. It's just a mess right now because it was raining the other day and just blew trash everywhere, and of course the dogs got to some of the trash as well, so it was a lot cleaner. It usually isn't this messy. Also, I'd like to add something here, either make it like a wooden deck extension over into the sand, or actually just put like astroturf on top of this, just to kind of, I don't know, just to make it look a little nicer. But overall, the whole grounds is kind of like a work in progress, just because we kind of tore everything, all the vegetation out when we built the house, so it looks, we're just kind of regrowing some of the vegetation. I know we had to fill in some more dirt all around here, like especially towards the back of this water tower and bathroom, because it's much lower. You can see like we started filling it in with the rocks, but we need to add dirt to bring it up a little bit higher. And then at some point maybe plant some grass, add more vegetation, more greenery, because I want this to be, like I said, I want it to kind of be like almost like a glamping type thing. Lots of vegetation, lots of greenery. You're staying out here in the Cambodian countryside amongst the mango trees, and it's almost there. It's almost there, but need a little bit more work to do. Now, there's a couple other parts to this this property that I'd like to utilize, and that's like this space out here, right underneath this bamboo tree. It's all this unused space that I'd like to do something with. We talked about maybe building some sort of like a pavilion or deck or something out here in the afternoon, like around like 1, 2, 3 o'clock. It's usually really hot here, but this giant bamboo tree is like a great like oasis, just because of that huge shade. And the other day, me and my buddy Brian, we were hanging out here just chillaxing. It was really cool. It was really a cool little setup that we had going on. I'd like to sort of do something with this, utilize this space here, and also or maybe even do something here, like build like a pavilion right out front here, kind of like what my uncle has on his side with the natural tree shade. But overall, in general, I think we need more areas that are shaded to hang out at, because yeah, right around that afternoon time, it gets really hot here from all the sun. Moving along, since we're here, you can see that we have a bunch of small cottages as well. This is part of the whole compound. This was actually built first, but they're basically small single-room cottages, each with bathroom and AC, that we're also be planning to rent out. They'll have their own bed, and we just need to kind of finish them up a little bit. I mean, they're all ready to stay in, but maybe some decor, make it a little more homey. And like I said, we have 4 of them. The whole idea is to turn it into like a little eco-resort type Airbnb, where people that are visiting Phnom Penh, if they want to stay close, or want to stay close to Phnom Penh, and maybe they have a bunch of people they want to hang out with. They can rent out several of these rooms at the same time, or if they're just staying for the night and don't want to stay in the city in Battambang Bang, they just want to experience the village life here. Yeah, we got that. We're trying to set this up as like an experience, not just a place to sleep at. And it is really an experience. Like, you can see in the evenings, sometimes the bats will fly right over the house. It's just an amazing sight to see. The other night, they flew so close, like you could hear the wings flapping of the bats. It was really amazing. I've never seen that before. Also, like during right now it's the dry season, so not much activity is happening here. But during the farming season, when they start planting rice and stuff, and there's a little bit more rain, this area just becomes so alive with life. Just so much happening and so many things to look at. If you're an explorer like me and you like going off the beaten path, it's like the perfect place for people that are looking for something that's not like too touristy, you know. And it is, I mean, we're close enough to a tourist attraction that you're not like in the middle of like a rice paddy with nowhere to go, but you know, it's far enough away that you can get a feel for that and still have some of the modern amenities. Like I said, we're right at the base of Phnom Penh, and all up and down that main street is tons of places to eat, like little street food stalls and whatnot, and little stores. So you could stay here for quite a while and pick up most of everything you need at all the local stores, local markets, stuff like that, and not have to go into Battambang Bang too much. If you wanted to stay here for an extended period, you could. Alright, so there it is, a quick 1-year update of the house that I built here in Cambodia. Overall, very minimal upkeep so far, just a handful of things that I had to iron out. Also want to mention that it's nice having my uncle here, because he's here. He lives right here and he can help take care of the house. So I think that's like a big takeaway, is that if you're looking to build something like this, you really need someone that you trust on the ground here to help take care of it. I almost feel like if no one was here and we just left it there, that eventually the weather, the bugs and animals would just take over this place. Because out here in the countryside, man, nature just seems to like take over if you don't keep up with it. Like just the landscaping here is really difficult to keep up with for my uncle. He's just one guy, but there is a lot of land. So I think that's the biggest takeaway. Overall, for me, I still say it was worth it for me to spend that 30,000-40,000 to build this. That's less than the price of a new car. And you've got a house here that, listen, like most houses that you build in Cambodia probably don't appreciate much in value. So I'm not expecting to like make big money off of this. It's really just a passion project of mine, and I wanted people to be able to enjoy like this lifestyle. So I want to open it up to travelers that are like me, that want to experience that village life. So I am looking for people that are interested in staying here. It isn't officially up on Airbnb yet, but I think I'm almost ready to get there. So if you guys are out there watching and you're interested in staying at my place, reach out by contacting me in the description. My email is down there, or message me on Instagram or Telegram. And I think that's it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this quick update. If you have any specific questions, feel free to ask me down below, and I'll try to answer them as accurately and as quick as possible. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.